Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of a crazy little thing called Lovdev. Today, we're talking about the shortest war in history. There's a British dilemma where somebody tries to ring 999 and can't get the right service. I also have a message from my dad, which is completely unfiltered. What would you do if your partner dropped a huge bombshell 7 months in? And finally, as always, there's a weird news story involving GameStop. No spoilers, but it's pure madness. Let's get into it. It's episode 200,999. Hello and welcome to the 200th episode. 200. Can you believe I've been doing this for ages now? We finally reached episode 200. And there's me thinking, a couple of episodes back that I should stop this. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to carry it on because I like doing it. Sometimes it gives me material. That's the reason why. And although I've probably got like 10 people who listen to this, you 10 are the ones that are keeping it alive. If you 10 start dropping off, then I'm going to be worried. Just because it's the 200th episode doesn't mean that I'm going to do anything new. Or maybe I will. Who knows? Let's just go with the flow, eh? That's what we got to do. As I always ask, I hope everybody is well out there in the universe. I'm pretty good myself. I wanted to record this yesterday. I had my builders round. They were in the kitchen making noise, so I wasn't able to do it. But I'm doing it today because later on, I have a private gig. Yes, I'm doing a private event. I applied for it. I got the spot. It's very close. It's down in Coventry, which is like the sister city of Birmingham. It is like Birmingham, but on a smaller scale, obviously. I've actually got family there. Maybe I should go and see them. I've got a friend as well. He's been ringing me a couple of times. I've forgot to call him back. Maybe he knows I'm going to be there. My corporate gig, shall I call it, tonight, is kind of unusual. I wasn't expecting to get the booking for. I was surprised when I got the booking because it pays pretty decent. And when I got the details for it, I was like, oh, right, okay, it's a funeral service company. Let's find out who they are. Funny enough, before I wanted to check them, on my Instagram page, if you're not following it, it's Lovdev Pega Comedian. Follow me on Instagram. A company called Harmony Funeral Services followed me, and I thought, that's weird. So I checked out their profile. They're a Sikh company that specialise in South Asian funeral services. And I thought, okay. I wonder if it's them. Turns out it is them. So I'll be performing for those guys today. I hope I don't die on me ass. Knowing me, I probably will. But I will be telling them about how I live near a cemetery, and I think that style will work. I've got a feeling if you work at a funeral services, you need a particular type of sense of humour, don't you? Bit like working in the care industry. You do need a dark sense of humour. Obviously, they've got the darkest of dark sense of humours. Working at a funeral service is probably one of the hardest jobs you could ever do. I thought to myself, I wonder if I could do that job as well as care. Would I be able to lift coffins, take the coffin off the thingy-me-jig? I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't know. I might ask them if they've got any type of job and give it a try. Work on the side. I bet they get good money as well. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm Asian, I will obviously ask for a discount. When I go, I'm gonna say, guys, when I go, you make sure you give my family a proper discount. Might even just tell them what I want in my funeral. Because when I go, I want to put on a massive gig for everyone. Like, I want comedians there. I want like a proper setup. Might have to do it at the wake, I think. So I'm going to have to organise all that somehow. I don't know how, because by the time I've gone, who knows when you're going to go? Newer comics will be out then, won't they? So I might just get a handful from Birmingham and then get like a diversity night going on. I want all types of comics there. Comics that are close to me as well. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe they could even do like a roast on me. That would be hilarious. But yeah, so that's today. Obviously, you guys have already done that gig, and I will report back on the following episode, which will be the 201 episode. Mental, innit? Anyway, guys, let's crack on with the usual stuff that we do. I thought we could start with, and I love doing it, a British problem. It's a British problem. What is this problem? It's been put up by Broken Alarm. Yeah, Broken Alarm has put up a British problem. Funny enough, his username is Broken Alarm, and it's to do with the 999 service. Those of you outside the UK, that is our 911. I'm sure some of you already know in the US that listen. But yes, it is. I'm just checking because I think there's an Amazon delivery happening, but it's not mine. That's the other emergency services, isn't it? Amazon delivery. Yes, what is Broken Alarm saying about the 999 service? Not knowing their own service. That's literally what he's wrote. 999 is not knowing their own service, according to Broken Alarm. He had to call an ambulance for a client at work today because they were inside a locked property. I don't think the 999 will help on that. The ambulance wouldn't come, and I was told to call the police. So he called 999 and asked for police this time. They told me we don't do welfare checks anymore, and told me I'd have to call an ambulance who would then call the fire to get in. So they have to ring the ambulance and then they will contact the fire service. So he called 999 again and asked for the ambulance, again told they wouldn't come, and told them what the police had said, and told no, police or fire have to come and get in and then call the ambulance. It's like a domino effect, isn't it? He called 999 and then he asked for the fire. Within 2 minutes, he had someone on the way and told me he would request an ambulance immediately as well. It luckily wasn't a life-threatening situation, but if it had been, I wasted 20 minutes trying to get through to the right service. You'll end up calling Harmony Service, the funeral service that I'm, going to be doing the gig for tonight. And no one I spoke to seemed to know who I should be calling. The first operator said he didn't think fire was appropriate, or I might have tried them sooner. In a situation like that, you think your first protocol is going to be the fire service because they have the equipment to break locks. They can get in that door, no issues. I mean, if it was a fire, they're going to have to get into that door anyway, aren't they? What a palaver that must have been for you. I bet that was stressing you out. If they was in proper danger, oh, God, you'd end up calling the bomb disposal unit next. You should have said, I can't hear them breathing. They would have been on the case straight away, even though they are breathing. Like, you know what I mean? They're not responding. They're in a locked room. Yeah. Someone should have got there. That's appalling. I think what happens is with the 999 service, they read off a computer, don't they? They always give you symptoms. That happened to my missus the other day. I thought she was going to die on me, right? So she was reading she called up the 111 service, which is the NHS helpline. They were asking her a load of questions. She told them that she can't breathe. But I don't know whether she was having a mild panic attack or not. They were so concerned, they sent out the ambulance. Paramedics were there within a minute. That's how quick they were. Yeah, I think it depends how you word it as well, unfortunately. But yes, that is a British problem. Thank you for posting it, Broken Alarm. I wonder if you changed your username just for that story. Talking about stories, guys, you know, I do that live TikTok thing and people talk to me, and I always like to know about interesting facts. Now, this story, someone asked me, what's the shortest war in history? And I thought, I don't even know. I said, that's a very good question to ask, isn't it? What was the shortest war in history? So I had to Google it, and obviously, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the shortest war in history only lasted 45 minutes. 45 minutes it lasted. It took place on the 27th of August in 1896. They say it lasted between 38 to 45 minutes. It's called the Anglo-Zanzibar War, and somehow the British Empire still managed to win it within an hour. And now here's literally what happened. Zanzibar was technically an independent sultanate, but the British had a protectorate deal, which basically meant you're in charge, but only if we like you. When the pro-British sultan suddenly died, right, his cousin, Khalid bin Baragash, decided to seize power immediately without asking the British for permission. Now that is a big mistake. The British were literally like, you can't be sultan unless we approve it. And then Khalid was like, I have already moved in. And the British then issued an ultimatum. Step down by 9 o'clock or we're going to open fire. Khalid obviously ignored it. So around 2 minutes past 9, the Royal Navy literally just parked just offshore, opened fire on the palace, and that was basically it. The Sultan's palace, this is like the Three Pigs story. The Sultan's palace was wooden, right? And the battleships were literally battleships, metal. So within minutes, the palace was on fire. Zanzibar, the only warship, was sunk. So over 500 Zanzibari defenders were killed or wounded. Wow. Within 40 minutes, man. 500 people were dead. That's mental. British casualties, only one sailor injured slightly. Wow. By 9:45, the flag was down. Khalid had fled to the German consulate and the war was officially over. In 45 minutes, the British then installed the preferred sultan, patted themselves on the back and wrote it into history as a war. So yeah, the shortest war involved the British Empire, an ultimatum, and an argument that lasted less than a Netflix episode. There you go, folks. I mean, you learn something new every day on this podcast, don't you? I am currently carless at the moment. My car's gone into the garage. Yes, is currently having an operation. I'm getting the flywheel done. Some of you like, what's the flywheel? I don't even know. I've no idea what the flywheel does, but I do know it's connected to the clutch somehow. So I'm guessing it helps it, I don't know, spin or something. It's a wheel, innit? So that needs replacing. I've been told it's going to cost me quite a bit of money. I would love to buy another car. Unfortunately, I don't have the cash for it. But if there is anyone out there who can spare me about £20,000, I'll be well happy. If you're loaded, if you've got money, and you think, you know what, I like Lovdev, I like his podcast. I follow him on TikTok and Instagram. I like his clips. Let's give him a bit of cash. Let's help him where he wants to get to. At least I can drive into my own city where I don't have to pay a charge. Or even London, if I can do more gigs in London, then I'll apply for loads if I'm able to drive in there without paying a heavy fee. So yes, I am carless, unfortunately. I know. But anyway, going from carless to other stuff, why don't we do, let's do a paranormal.
This is
paranormal, where first-hand experiences. Yeah, you guys know the drill. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm playing that. I should just get something else for it, innit? Paranormal, posted by Josh DeHo. Obviously, on the Reddit forum where I get all my other stuff. What is his paranormal belief or question? Or has anything happened to him? Shall we see? He says, I've never believed in reincarnation until I couldn't explain what happened. Oh, this sounds interesting. Did somebody literally pass away and then came back to life in another life form? I don't know. I'm making it up. Josh is basically saying, the day I brought my daughter home from the hospital, my cat died in front of me. Oh my God. Wow. I'm guessing your daughter was very unwell. It's like a life has had another chance, but another life had to be taken for it. Now, before I carry on reading, Josh, I don't even know if you're going to listen to this episode, but I'll quickly tell everyone. So my wife predicted about a week before her mom passed away, she said, within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to lose my mom and my cat. And she was right. The cat went first. She went about 5 days or 6 days before my mother-in-law passed away. So she was right. It was like one life went and then another one went, but there was nothing born in between, if you know what I mean. I should be a poet. I didn't know it. Anyway, Josh is saying, I walked through the door holding a carrier. My cat came out like he always did, meowed 3 times, walked up to me and collapsed. The vet said it was a massive heart attack, instant, no warning. I didn't think much about it after. Life got busy. No sleep, new routine. Then my daughter started doing things that felt familiar. She uses my ear and my face to comfort herself. Always has that exactly what my cat used to do when he wanted attention. She always follows me into my office and sits in the same spot he used to sit. That's weird, isn't it? Same corner, same quiet chair, then she wants to be held. Is your daughter a newborn? Because this is what it sounds like. I think it is, isn't it? One night, she wouldn't stop crying. I was exhausted, half asleep, without thinking. I said my cat's name out loud. I guess something just triggered me to say it. His name calls at night. He'd cry until I said his name. She stopped immediately. I don't know what that means. I'm not saying it's reincarnation. I just know my cat always followed me everywhere. And now my daughter does too. To me, it feels like as if his soul was passed on as soon as it found a new host. The main thing is we tried for 8 years to have a kid, and while we came, super depressed, this cat showed up and brought us happiness. Ah, see, that's a lovely thing. My wife said the same thing. Before, she was quite, like, you know, she's a lady. All ladies have issues and problems. Not all, but you know what I mean. They got a lot more responsibilities than us men. And when we got the cat, she didn't even want the cat. She just fell in love with the cat. She felt like the cat was comfort, brought a lot of joy into her life, you know. And that's what pets do, don't they? Once you have that bond, that's it. Now, the bizarre story is that his daughter's more or less doing similar things that his cat used to do. I don't know if it's reincarnation. I've never heard of an animal being reincarnated into a human being. I know there are reincarnation stories because I watched that Celebrity Help My House is Haunted. And I love it. I love it. I just find it fascinating. It's opened my eyes a little bit about, you know, when we go, what happens to us. He is saying if it's truly reincarnation or something else, I'd love to know. It was the best cat I've ever known. Oh, mate, I'm sorry for your loss, Josh. But that's a fascinating story. Thank you for sharing it. If your daughter starts licking her hands and and starts using the litter tray, then I'll be concerned. But I don't think you'd have something to worry about. It's just bizarre that happened. I find that quite fascinating. That as soon as you walked in the house, the cat literally meowed 3 times and passed away. Wow. And thank you for sharing it as well. Yeah, man, keep me posted. And I've really, really enjoyed that story. Thank you so much. So, the other morning, completely out of the blue, right, my dad messages me and says, by the way, you're not my favourite. Now, let me just tell you how I got to this story. You got one of those scam text messages, right? You know, the one that goes, hi, Dad, it's me. And my dad, being a proper straightforward guy, he goes, who's this? And the scammer tries to be clever and says, your eldest and your favourite. And that's where my dad was like, shuts it down by telling them, you're not my bloody favourite. So there you have it, right? My dad just doesn't fall for a scam. He just also tells me exactly where I stand in the family rankings. Honestly, talking about family rankings, we've got an issue that's to do with families in Am I the A-hole? Am I the a-hole? Tell me the truth. Is no influence an a-hole? Yes, this one has been put up by No Influence. Are they an a-hole? Let's find out. As I said, it's to do with families, so it's an interesting turn from my story. No Influence is saying, am I the a-hole for leaving a woman I've been seeing after finding out she's got 3 kids 7 months later? He's been seeing a woman for 7 months and then she dropped it on him that she is a parent of 3 kids. Oh, I don't know. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Maybe before I read out your story, maybe it's because she thinks that everyone she has dated, I don't know how you guys met. It could be on a dating app, which sounds most likely. Not that you have, that she's met other men through a dating app. She's told them that she's got 3 kids and they've literally ran away. She's probably thinking, I just want someone to fall in love with me rather than my backstory. But yes, 7 months is a long time. If she gave it 3 months or a month, I think that's acceptable. But it's difficult, isn't it? Like, my wife told me a secret. Not that I'm going to share it out, because it's a secret. So she told me something when we got engaged. And she was like, when we move out, when we live in our own house, I'll tell you what it is. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then she kept reminding me, oh, I feel bad. I need to tell you something. I was like, you haven't got another man, have you? Because I'd rather you tell me now than tell me afterwards. And she was like, no, it's not even that. But anyway, her secret came out. And I was like, oh, is that it? That's not even that big. I was like, yeah, whatever. Not bothered. Should have just told me from the start. So, yeah, sometimes, I suppose it depends on who you are. Shall we read what No Influence is saying? Find out if they are the a-hole. 7 months ago, I, 27-year-old male, happy birthday, started seeing and dating this girl who's also 27. Happy birthday to her. She was really pretty and I liked her personality. We went on many dates and even spent a couple of nights at each other places. I thought we were perfect together and I really liked her. Okay, that's a good start that you liked her. But last week she drops the bomb on me. That she's a mom to 3 kids. And that she was married and that her children's dad, her former husband, died. Oh, that's tragic. I asked her why she waited 7 months to even mention her kids to me, and where the hell were they staying whenever I stayed the night at her house, which she apparently inherited from her late husband. She told me they stay with her parents whenever we have a date night. I honestly felt betrayed and set up, and I broke up with her. She tried calling me a pathetic excuse for a man who can't handle responsibility, and I called her a lying, don't want to say the word, and that I never signed up to take care of another man's 3 children. Oh, mate, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I feel sorry for her in a way. She was married, she got 3 kids from a former husband, he passed away. She just wants to find love again. And, yeah, in a way, I think she should have reached out to you and told you. But like I said, maybe she's had many, many dates, and men are like, oh no, I don't want that. Which is clearly what seems to be what you have done. Anyway, let's carry on what he's saying. She's reached out since, crying and apologising and saying she really loves me and that she wants to work it out. But I don't want to. That's fair enough. That's your choice. You are allowed to have your own say. I feel betrayed and led on like she wanted to trap me. I don't want to be a stepdad because I know I won't be able to care for children that aren't mine. I don't want to be responsible for 3 extra young children. Am I the a-hole for leaving her? Oh, it's a very good question and story. I think if you're not ready to take on any responsibility, regardless if the children are yours or not, that's acceptable. You know, you haven't signed up for that. That's like me. That's like me meeting my wife, and her secret was that she's got kids. I think, yeah, I would be. So I'm just thinking about myself now. Like, I love my wife to bits. If she told me out of the blue that she's got children elsewhere and that's why she sometimes never at home, or I would be angry as well. Yes, I would be. If we were not married, I would. I can easily leave. Do you know what I mean? So for me, you being single anyway, it's easy for you to walk out. If you can keep a like a friend relationship, maybe that would work. But it's difficult, man. I mean, are you actually an a-hole? It's hard to say yes or no because end of the day, it's your choice. You know what I mean, mate? I've never been this stuck because usually I've got an answer. Usually I'm like, yes, you are, or no, you're not. But for you, it's a very difficult situation. I would say, yes, you are if you really love her. But no, you're not if you don't want other responsibilities. Who knows? Maybe you'll find the right woman out there. But I know your views will change now. Whenever you go on a date, your first question you'll be like, do you have any kids or a husband? I'm guessing you will say that, won't you? We are nearly at the end of the podcast. Thank you to, I forgot your username, No Influence, for letting me read that out. Let's finish the podcast, the 200th episode podcast, with a weird news story. This one, I believe, has come all the way from the United States of America because it's to do with GameStop. Now, I've heard of GameStop before I read the actual news story title. I think GameStop is similar to what we've got in the United Kingdom, like CEX, what's that, cash converters. Basically a place where you can trade in items and sell it or buy stuff. You know what I'm on about. Second-hand goods. It's a second-hand goods shop. I think that's what GameStop is. I'm sure we used to have a GameStop in the United Kingdom before it shut down. I'm sure we did. Anyway, GameStop says it's Trade Anything Day, so you can trade anything on that day. It led customers to bring in a goose, a bobcat, a Wii, and a Netflix disc. Let's find out what happened to GameStop's Trade Anything in Day event. Says it expected more than 80,000 items during the weekend of Trade Anything event day, and it shared images with IGN of the weirdest items it accepted. It included a bobcat, a goose, a physical Netflix disc for the Nintendo Wii. The chain's big trading event was the latest publicity stunt from the company, this time designed to highlight its trade-in program that provides customers with store credit or cash from a range of home entertainment items. Normally, this range would not extend to taxidermied animals, road signs, or people's artwork of their pets with hair like Snoop Dogg. But this past Saturday, GameStop advertised it would provide some credit for anything its customers are cared to bring in. So in a statement, IGN is basically like a gaming website. GameStop ranked its more memorable trades from stores across the country, including items such as a tiny Jesus, a speed limit sign, Air Jordans, and a tape of Friends on VHS. That's brilliant. Over on social media, customers celebrated shifting various unwanted items in exchange for some type of credit, including McDonald's Grinchmas socks that looked like to be a replica of the US Declaration of Independence. Another customer seemingly jokingly claimed that he tried to trade in a live pet dog, which they said they had refused. Perhaps most bizarre of all were the taxidermy goose and bobcat, both of which appear to have been seen better days. Photos of both lie above, alongside some of the other traded-in items that GameStop accepted. Last week, GameStop hit the headlines for another trading story as it paid out more than $30,000 US for a very rare Pokemon card. According to the retailer, the transaction was evidence its trading program offered fair value, though it simultaneously admitted the card had actually been worth at least $3,000. Any trolls who publicly claim that GameStop trading values are bad as are hereby factually and demonstrably incorrect, the chain stated. So just this morning, IGN reported new GameStop listing for Resident Evil Requiem includes a mention of the unannounced character in the game. Not that no one knows. We contacted GameStop for a comment on that. But yeah, they are to hear back. So that is it. GameStop are getting crazy things for a trade-in whatever you want day. They must get all sorts, innit? What would I trade in if I could get some of my wife, probably? And her kids. There you go. There you have it. The kids that I don't know about. That is today's 200th episode. Thank you to everyone that listens to this, shares it, likes it, comments on it. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't keep this podcast going. Please do me a massive favour. Please leave a review. It just helps, man. Let's push this out in the universe, shall we? Anyway, that is today's podcast. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. Take care now.